Hey everybody, and welcome to the next map that I'm going to play, which is Eriadu Mountaintop City. This was one of the requested maps in the comments, and you can actually see here that the layout of this map is very interesting. First of all, it's very big. There are a lot of spawn points on there, but the cool thing is that it's really split up in two separate sections that are connected by two bridges. But that on each section a battle in and of itself takes place. The cool thing immediately that comes to mind, without even looking at the map itself, color scheme or battle-wise, is that different things can happen with this layout. So in the beginning, at this point, you will, for example, have battles on your plateau, the one that you're at, and fight amongst the streets, fight amongst the buildings. And the power shifts there with, different sides capturing points. One of the possible outcomes, and it looks pretty balanced, so I don't know how big the chances are, because things are pretty evenly divided, but one of the possible outcomes that can happen is that one side completely controls one of the plateaus, and then something very interesting happens, where you get this tug-of-war-like battle among the bridges, with each side, owning a plateau. Now again, I think the chances of that happen might be quite small, but it is something very cool and dynamic that can really change the feeling of this map. So let's actually take a look at the map itself. So we have some cool skins here for the clones themselves. Advanced rifle. Let's actually spawn over here now on the opposite side. Ooh, look at that, we are actually on the rooftop. So you can see a lot of my Ghetto architecture, of course, is used. I don't know if some of these buildings are actually custom.
The Republic is in control of a command
But it definitely goes for this city-urban vibe. Probably also uses some Camino stuff.
under Republic control.
Things are happening overhead as well. It looks very cool. Little bit weird fog effect. It's not too jarring though. Oh, it's okay. It's like a rotary gun. You actually have to wait a little bit once I hold down the button to shoot. All right, Obi-Wan. Let's see. So, let's see if we can get this one right here. Very well playable with AI. I can already tell that. Now, that's also, of course, because the streets are very wide, so none of the AI can actually get stuck.
This is going better than I expected.
This is actually also one of the things that I talked about before on maps like Capital Down, where Capital Down, of course, is a very different approach, where it's just a big open battlefield. But again, these are pretty wide streets, and you can see how just a little bit of cover or objects. I'm now actually in a building that's completely empty, so my argument doesn't really hold up. But you can see how just one or two objects can really fill up and make the the place not feel empty, which is, I think, important. Definitely in an urban environment, of course. I also definitely think that there is we will switch to the other plateau just in a little bit, but I think there's a definite different feeling there. I might be wrong though. Let's see. I feel that this side is a bit brighter, but I'm not entirely sure. We'll see. We'll see in a little bit. But here's what I'm talking about. There's just this, that, an object there, and it just feels much more dynamic, more alive, more natural, instead of this static, clinically empty space. So let's actually switch now to the southern plateau. And you can see how balanced it is. So sure, we are kind of pushing over here, but they took it back, and here it's also evenly divided. So very well done there. Of course, the buildings that are used on both plateaus. No, okay, it looks quite the same. So it's kind of like mirror images of each other. I think because at one side we actually spawn on the rooftops, I thought it was like brighter. I do think this side only has this, which they don't have. They might actually. I don't know. Checkpoint fort or capture point 14 looks very interesting. Ooh, another Obi-Wan chance.
Kenobi reporting for duty.
You can actually see on the map that the units are using the bridge rather well. Look at this, so cool. This really makes me also want to revisit that. There's such a good Maigito map out there somewhere that basically is one long bridge, but it's super wide. It's incredibly epic. Oh, I'm gonna die before I even reach that. Yep.
The Force will be with you, always.
I guess I kind of wasted the potential of Obi-Wan there by exploring the bridge, but that's all fine. Oh god! Look at that, and the AI is aggressive. It's really good. It's a really well done map.
Command post under attack.
Oh, look at that. Hold on. Now something interesting is happening here. If we can capture 4, the scenario I talked about can actually occur.
The Republic is in control of a command post. Hostiles have gained a command post. Hostile reinforcements are being depleted. Clone, watch your fire!
Battles are heavy too. We started actually with a lot of reinforcements and it has dropped below 100 already. Like, dear God. Sniper rifles, of course, also super useful, especially on these rooftops. Dear God, might be even a little bit overpowered. We'll see. Look at that! Just bam! Destroying droids left and right. Beautiful. Very nice looking map. Everything is also super cohesive.
Reinforcements are being depleted.
Nothing stands out. You have actually these points right here that are also kind of cool. They provide a little bit of cover, healing, ammo. You can pop people off.
Keep it up. A command post is now under hostile control. Hostiles have gained a command post. Enemy reinforcements are decreasing.
And it's also not as if there's so much cover here that this can be like overpowered for snipers, right? Like, if you adjust your position on the bridge, you can easily take them out. Again, also very well balanced. Like, I thought we were kicking the droids' butts, but you can see that we are also way below 100. A little bit glitchy there. Doesn't change anything, but you know, has to be said.
We've got droids! Just like the simulation. Sniper! Sniper! They're losing reinforcements. Keep it up.
Boom, baby.
Aim it for the enemy! That's another command post under Republic control. They're losing reinforcements. Keep it up.
This is also really cool. Maybe have a little bit more like of these huge buildings.
Looks like you could use some supplies.
But that, of course, also does make it to where the southern plateau feels very different. I don't think there's like, well, no, there's actually a circle building or circular building on the Northland as well. Oh.
Sniper, get down!
Nah, I'll stay a sniper. I like it. And now we're just capturing points. So you can actually see that we now took over the northern part. Now, of course, that's because there are so few enemies left. So that doesn't really count.
That's another command post under Republic control. That's another command post under Republic control. They're losing reinforcements. Keep it up. A command post has been lost, but not the battle.
Oh, look at that. They're still capturing on the northern side. Wow.
A command post is now under
Very
hostile
nice.
control. Hostile reinforcements are being depleted. Enemy reinforcements are decreasing. They're losing reinforcements. Keep it up. A command post is under Republic control.
goodness, they're just continuing. We probably don't have a whole lot of units there, that's why.
The enemy has taken a command post. They're losing reinforcements.
I
Keep
think
it
I
up.
saw one. Yep. Hey, stop! Stop moving! I definitely think that this is worth your download. It is another infantry-only base. I've done a lot of infantry-only base as of late. Kind of want another map out there that has huge battles going on. I also, again, I got a request for a space map, but I would like requests for space maps because
Another command post for the Republic. Enemy
there aren't too
reinforcements
many
are
out there.
increasing.
So I would love some tips on space
They're
maps
losing
that people want to see.
reinforcements. Keep it up.
If you want to play it though, you can
post
find
under
the
Republic
link
control.
to
Enemy
the
reinforcements are
map in the
decreasing.
description down below. Ha! In the back. Oh, you can actually see that some of the buildings actually do have some stuff in there. It's like a scrapyard or something. Oh. He was moving too fast. Regular guy. Actually... Ooh, yeah, look at that. It can still be the final unit. Oh, and just at that, we won. Alright, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.